Are we live? Are we live? This is Adri from Wonder and Meeple. I'm either away from my desk or playing board games. But if you came by the office, we'll be glad to give you a personal appointment to talk about all board game related things. Have a great game night. Wait, what just happened? Sorry? What do I do? What? No, seriously. What do I do? Oh, all right. My bad. I've been told that I'm supposed to be your host for today. I was under the impression that I had the day off, but uh, that's why I had the recording. Never mind. Welcome, wonderful people, to the 20th episode of After Game Night, where we talk about all board games we've played this past week or weekend, and also some other related topics, like, for example, Axel's stinky ugly sweater. Remember from last week? Um, oh, hey, Axel. I wasn't
You,
expecting you so
hi,
soon.
hi, hi, Adri. What I heard something about beautiful sweater. What were you saying? Are you talking about my Stitch sweater?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes. Actually, I was saying how much we miss it.
How much we miss? I know. You know what?
Yes. Where is
After
it now?
last episode, I understood the true value of the sweater. It was my bad. I thought it was just any sweater, but
No.
I see everyone's love for it.
Yes.
I decided to give it the proper respect.
Look at
The
that.
legendary
Oh, nice.
Stitch Christmas sweater.
So it's gonna
Hmm.
be with us
Yeah,
forever.
yeah, forever
Mm.
until someone pays $500,000 for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how
So
much it's
how
worth.
much, how many days will need to pass in order to be a $5,000 sweater worth value?
About 500 days.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
gonna be a while, but good things take a while.
All right.
Yeah,
So how are you
but
doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for hosting me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's really hot in here. Like
Yeah,
Costa Rica is being like really hot these days. We're closing to Easter, so yeah, it's like
that makes sense.
hotness everywhere.
No, talking
But
about hotness though.
hotness, yes, we are talking about hotness. And while we do so, I would like to also welcome the only wrestler in the community that, although he doesn't fight on a ring, he always fights to be the winner of his game nights, even when he doesn't always succeed. You know who I'm talking about, right,
Oh
Axel?
yes, of course, the
Let's
only one.
welcome the Masked Meeple.
One club.
All right.
Yeah, oh,
How are
yeah.
you today,
Number
my
one,
friend?
I would like to make a couple of disclosures here. First of all, how you know I don't fight in the ring because I do, and the
Mm.
type of fighting that I normally perform is with my daughters. It
Ooh,
counts.
No.
I want to say that because if you can see the type of wrestling we made is savage. I mean, it's
ooh.
wild.
The real thing.
Yeah, it's
All
Professional.
right.
carnage, carnage. Yeah, no
Nice.
mercy, no
Nice.
mercy. So that's the way you create, character and stuff. You have to be strong from the very moment of their birth. That's what I think. That's why they have dropped from my
This
arms a
is
couple of
this is the
times.
way of the
But it's
mask.
fine. But it's
Oh,
fine. I think
oh,
it's fine. And
poor
the
girls.
second thing is, yes, you're absolutely right. I always aimed for winning on
Hmm.
games even when they are co-op. If I have the chance to not only winning the game but make the others fail during the journey, I mean that's win to win for me. So yeah, super excited to be here. And
Yeah.
I just listened the first recording, and I really thought I was, watching. Like not the only one and real God Fairy line from Shrek. So it's like yeah, yeah, give it to her. Uh, if you are not going, I mean, if you have
Excellent
any chance, if
performance.
you have any idea of how to perform, you have to ask Adri because he did great. Thank
Hey, thank
you. amazing introduction. Very original. I haven't seen any. I mean, anywhere else. So, good job. Thank you.
I do have to say that I love Shrek movies, so I just thought about
Who
it and
doesn't?
just,
Who doesn't?
yeah,
Shrek is
came
an
to
excellent
mind.
movie.
Of
Yes,
course, of course.
totally.
Who doesn't? Hmm.
All right, then let's start talking about our game nights this past weekend or past
Mm,
week, if we
yeah.
had any. What have you been playing?
All
Axel,
right.
start with you.
Well, I actually did have a game night, a physical game night this past weekend.
Woohoo!
It was
That's
my
nice.
famous First Haven
It was a
weekend.
miracle. First of all,
Yeah, it's a
First,
monthly
let's
get
say that.
together that we do to make progress to our Frosthaven campaign. So we got to play
mm.
Frosthaven, but we also got to play the day before we uh, got to play Black Rose Wars. It's
Oh,
Oof, that game looks so
yeah,
beautiful.
it is an amazing game. There's so many mixed feelings though I have with it. I played at 4 players,
Hmm.
and it took a while. It took 4 hours. four
What?
hours.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And I gotta say a couple of things that I love the experience of it, the whole idea of representing mages and throwing spells at each other and getting victory points and activating spells and making your own type of magic deck. I think that experience is super cool.
are you
The
talking about Frost Baby?
No, no, I'm talking
No,
about
no,
Black Rose Wars. I
not
mean, Frost
anymore.
Haven, it's its own kind of cool, but I have my own comments about it, which I'm gonna go ahead and say.
I'm
Okay.
Frost
just saying,
Haven,
it looks familiar. Sounds
we have
familiar to me.
we have done 17 scenarios and we have failed 4 of them. Like we have played them,
Ooh,
failed, and then played them the second time and then won. We have
okay.
Okay.
done that 4 times, so it means that we have lost 4 times in the game. It's just been really tough, especially if you compare it to Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is easy, a lot
Oh,
easier to win this scenario.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
but Frosthaven, oh my god, they made the difficulty of winning the scenarios a lot harder. What I
wow.
really think they did is that they made the characters less powerful. I think
Oh,
the
more
Oh,
characters,
okay.
human, more
Makes sense.
human.
Hmm.
yeah, the characters in Gloomhaven are very powerful. You can do whatever you want.
Well,
You can go and win the scenario with your
if,
eyes closed.
if you want, if you want to make a comparison here, maybe you want to say like in Gloomhaven, all the characters are from Europe, and if you are playing Frosthaven, they're all from Latin America, and I'm okay with that.
Oh,
Something like
Yes,
that.
no.
yes,
Oh,
of course.
no.
I okay with
But
that.
yeah, we're definitely
Wow.
having a tough time with Frosthaven. We're loving the game. It's just been, when you lose a game, it's a bit frustrating. But
Of
nonetheless,
course.
love the experience and love spending
Sure.
time with friends playing board games. So yeah,
Mhm.
Black Rose Wars and Frosthaven.
Haven.
Yeah.
That's great.
Ooh,
And what about you,
amazing.
my friend, Mask and Meeple? Tell us, what have you been
Well,
playing?
Well, just for a moment, I thought that it will be very difficult for me to share with you something because, like I
Oh.
mentioned, the last episode,
Hmm.
my friends that they are coming regularly for Friday game nights, they
Mm-hmm.
were
Hmm.
traveling and they came back
Mm,
the same Friday morning. So,
Oh,
but this is the thing, they are really really good friends and they are even better gamers now because nothing could stop them to
mm.
play at the game night on Friday if they had the chance. So they asked right away. So are we gonna have our game night tonight? I was like, I mean,
Nice.
I don't know. You tell
You did
me. I
it.
mean,
You did
you
it.
you were the ones who were traveling. I mean,
nice.
hosting. I have the games here. I mean, I don't have any
Nice.
other plans. You know,
Of
it's
Uh,
course.
Friday. It's Friday night. I have two kids. There is no other things. I mean, there is nothing else to do for me. So sorry. So yeah, what happened was like they asked me, and we say yes right away, and yeah, we had like not a very long game night because they were tired, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
but
But still happened.
we managed to play one game, but it was a long game that I thought that it would be
Mm.
like a shorter game, but
It always happens. What a classic.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
totally.
we played Sarkadian's First Light.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
Sarkadian's
from
great.
First Light.
who is the publisher?
It's
I
Renegade and Garfield Games.
Garfield games.
Renegade at Garfield Games. Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir. They are
Okay.
from Shane
Is that the
Phillips.
first time?
it was the first time we played the four of us, but
Okay.
there was a second time when we played on. There was one of the friends from the group. My wife and I, we were playing together in
Mhm.
another occasion back in December, I guess, when we were only three of us, and then
Mhm.
we would never play I mean, the whole group. So it was the first time we play as the four of us, and indeed, it was a long game. Even when I thought it would be like, uh, based on the experience we had with three players, I thought like, okay, just by adding one more player, it will give us a chance. I thought maybe
Hmm.
Mhm.
finish that game and just, I don't know, maybe just filler another filler or whatever.
Yes,
But
yes.
no, it took us
Took
a
a lot
while.
longer.
Yeah, it took us a while, especially because I didn't realize that there could be like a real good amount of analysis paralysis in between
Mm,
Yep.
turns in this game.
totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is because uh, uh, when the number of players is bigger, the possibilities are less in terms
Yes.
of when you throw the dice and you try to manage what to do, but then another player wins the spot that you were targeting for during your
Mhm.
turn, then you have to improvise and change your plans. This is one of those games when you have to improvise, as when you
Yeah.
have more players, because they probably will think the same or similar, and then they screw you basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Right.
good. And my intention, honestly, um, it was to play Circadians, the second one, the Circadians. I forgot the
Chaos.
name. Chaos Order. Thank you.
Chaos order. Yeah.
That's the one. But that's even heavy. I mean, this is an even heavier,
Wait, it's an
heavier game.
expansion or
No, it's a,
it's a
it's a
sequel?
sequel. It's a sequel of the
Oh,
game,
okay.
but it's
I thought it
heavier.
was an expansion.
No, it's a heavier game.
Mm.
I was watching. I wanted to take the chance now to shout out. I know that he's maybe or probably doesn't watch us right now, but I just want to shout out Toracos from
Mhm.
Pinky Gamers.
Hmm.
Okay.
He has a really, really nice YouTube channel with a lot
Mhm.
of how to play games
Ooh,
videos, and I have learned a lot of games from him. He
Nice.
has a
Thank you.
really, really
That
nice
takes a lot
way
of
to.
work to make those videos,
Yes, no, it's
totally.
but they
excellent.
help a lot.
And especially
Mm,
especially with those kind of games that are heavy games, Euro games that needs a lot of explanation and clarification, he's doing such a great job. So I thank him on her YouTube channel, and he just give it back the compliment. So it was really nice
Mm.
communication there. But I just want to mention it, um, and probably that will be one of the games that we will play during or in our next game night, because I really,
Cool.
really want to try that game as well. But yeah, that's pretty
Nice.
much what it is. I just wanted to mention we didn't have a lot of time because they were tired, but
of
we
course.
managed to play at least one game, and it was a
Yeah,
great, great game night. A lot of fun.
that's amazing.
Yep,
And I'm so proud of them.
I
You know,
know, I
that's when you
know,
know you made it as a
right,
Yes.
as a board
right.
game evangelist. You
Their
have
brain,
converted them.
their brain is it's already programmed for
They're
that. I mean,
addicted already.
they know exactly.
Perfect.
They're looking and they're like, yeah, just put it directly in my veins. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
now
let's
they
do that.
have it in
Feed
their
me.
calendar. They can't skip it.
Yeah.
That's just it.
This is
Every
another shout
Friday
out,
night.
by the way, but I will save it for later. But yeah, come on.
All right, all
What
right, all
about you,
right, all
Adri?
right.
Share with us what you have played.
All right. I didn't actually play any physical games this week. Probably in the next few days I will, but I'm not
Okay.
so sure about it. But the games I've been playing on Board Game Arena were Sky Team, Axel. Thank
Yeah. Don't ask us if we have won. We
We
haven't
haven't
yet.
won, but
We'll
we
let
are
you know for sure. It's gonna be a big
really
party.
close, like
We
really
are.
close. Yes, we are. We just got rid of all the airplanes that
It's
are
looking
going,
good. It's
so
looking
it's
good.
looking really good. And the
Yep.
other one I was properly taught was Bunny Kingdom.
Oh,
Okay.
Bunny Kingdom.
The
So
classic.
Nice.
yeah, played it
Yeah.
once, and it was the first time that I was able to collect resources from the other previous times that I have played it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first time that I actually paid attention to the cards,
Mm.
to the bunny cards, and I actually
Yeah.
made something with it.
Nice.
And I didn't win because the person Caroline actually that explained that game to me is really good. I don't know
Mm,
what's
She's
with
really
her, but
good at
she
all
she's
didn't.
really good
at
at
all
everything.
games. She's,
Yeah,
I mean, she's brutal. I
I
don't
don't know
play
how she does it.
another shout out. Just sorry
Yeah,
for interrupt.
shout out.
But what the shout out is like, she is just amazing playing any kind of games. She plays like light games, medium games, heavy games. But like, huh? What, lady? Really?
And
So
Nice.
shout
she's
out
always
for
Caroline,
Geeky,
geeky mama meeple.
Geeky Mama people. Thank you.
She's always beating our asses. Thank you.
Yeah. So I feel very proud of myself. The first time, the only thing, the only
Mm.
time I have defeat her, it was just one time, I think, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's been just a couple of times. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was actually able to beat her after
Woo!
several times playing Tapestry with her, just
Okay.
one time. And I decided
Tapestry.
to just stop it after I
After
won.
taking the
So
victory.
that's my victory. I just stopped that game.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, you did great.
Fair.
Awesome.
But those are the games that I've been playing so far.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool,
Nice.
cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, I think it was a productive, sort of productive week because I had a lot of work as well. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my way of distraction.
Of
That was
course,
Definitely.
yes.
that was
That's
great.
so. Yeah, that should be the goal, right? Like, yeah,
Mhm.
after a
The reward.
heavy working week, a heavy game night. Why not? Yes.
Why not? Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's continue with the topic for today, shall we?
Let's do
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you
We are
remember
following you.
what was the question for today?
I
What?
have not remembered, so please
All
refresh our
right,
minds.
I will enlighten you.
Yeah,
The
please.
question for today was which games have you played on Board Game Arena that you automatically wanted to get
Mm-hmm.
versus the other question, which games you've played on Board Game Arena that you don't want to get?
So that was the
Mm.
question. Shit. Okay. Anyway, I will improvise. Don't worry. I got this guy. I got these guys. Don't
You
worry.
got
Okay.
something planned. So let's start with you, Musket Maple.
Oh, now.
Oh, perfect. Excellent.
Yay! You
I
are
love
so
it.
prepared. Let's go.
Shit. Oh my
So
god.
first of
Well,
all,
yeah.
which is the
Surprise.
game? Which is the
So,
game that you played on Board Game Arena that you said, I need this game?
of
Mm-hmm.
course, of course. I just want to start saying that I played this game in Board Game Arena because I watched another video that recommends the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So when I learned that BGA had it on, I mean, for playing,
Of
for
course.
online playing,
Hmm.
I said like, yeah, let's give it a try. And that game, it's a recent game that was, I think it was released this year. I think so. So let me share with you which game I'm talking about right now. And
Ooh.
the game I'm talking about is The Veil of Eternity.
Mm, yes,
Oh,
We have
yes.
played this game,
We
guys.
played
we
it.
have. We
So
have.
bad at this game because I didn't read the rules. Sorry, guys.
We realize, don't worry.
It's all right.
Oh, sorry.
Ah,
We can
that's
always
okay.
play again.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please. It's
This
so
game's fairly
good.
easy, I think.
It's fairly easy, straightforward, but it has its enchantment, I think, right? I mean,
It does.
Yeah, and I
it's like,
love the art. So
oh my
cool.
God, yeah, it's great. I mean, I really want this game in real
Mm-hmm.
life. Um, One thing is, I like Axel mentioned, I think the rules are simple,
Mm-hmm.
which I think will make my group of friends to love it as well.
I forgot. How
And
many players does it go up to?
I think it's five. Let
I
me
say
double
just four.
check. I don't know. We'll see.
Because
We'll
I
see.
feel like you could play this
Let me see.
large,
Let's
like
ask
five.
four players. Yes, four
No.
players.
Two to
So
four years. Right.
it's four
All
players.
right.
So yeah. So there we go. So yeah, definitely this is one of the games that I really, targeting or keep in mind that I
Mm-hmm.
really want to have a physical copy. I want to. I have this sensation right now, the feeling of putting on some sleeves and shuffle the cards and handle the decks and the cards and just throwing turns and you know
Yeah.
there are a lot of cards, which for me means like there's a lot of options, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
possibilities, and none other games are the same. because
Yeah, yeah.
there will be always different, which
You can
for
make
me is
some
great.
combos.
I have heard that there is also an expansion
Mm,
coming probably this or next year, which I really hope that there's like just add a couple of colors, factions,
mm-hmm,
maybe a simple rule, but just keep the essence of the game is really cool. And the art, like Kadri mentioned, is really nice. You get this
Yes,
beautiful,
so awesome.
beautiful card.
mm-hmm,
So yeah,
Mm,
definitely, this is one of the games that the first time I heard of it, I wanted to play. I was glad that it was in BGA, and when I played on BGA, it was like, yeah, yep, they were not wrong. I want this game so bad to play it physically. So that's my game. That's the game that I tried on BGA. I really want to have it in physical.
do you know if it's available for purchase right now
It
or?
is. It is. I have seen, but at least I have seen it in a couple of local game stores announced, but I don't remember if this is for pre-order or they're already, have it for sale. I hope they already have for sale and not for pre-order. I don't know,
Okay.
but yeah, definitely. I'm 100% sure that I have seen it posted on some of the local game stores in my area. So yeah,
hmm.
Awesome.
that's the
Let's
game.
go. All right.
Mhm.
How about you, Axel? What's your
Me,
the game, the automatic game that you said? Yes,
oof.
this is for me.
You know what? There's been so many games that I've been trying lately that I'm like, oh, I think this is an amazing game. For example, the one that we're playing right now, Force Shuffle. I think that one's
Oof,
very good to
Definitely.
have.
Oof.
oof.
Um,
We all
Good
need
luck
it.
with that. Good luck trying to get a copy of that. By the way,
but
that.
yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna say, I mean, that one, and I think the other one I mentioned last episode, Federations. I think that one's very interesting too. But another one that I discovered a couple months ago that I got, it came out I think a year ago, but I was able to play on BGA recently or a couple of months ago is Heat, Pedal
What
Oh,
to the
yes.
Metal. Yeah.
is this
Um,
one you're talking about? Hit metal to
yes,
the
sir.
pedal?
Metal to the
Heat.
pedal.
I knew that everyone was saying great things about it, but I didn't
Ah,
quite understand until I played it. And I know there's multiple racing thematic or racing theme board games out there, and I haven't tried them all, but I tried this one and I thought it was great. I thought that it did make me feel like I was, changing gears and trying to plan how to approach the racetrack. And at the same time, I felt like it wasn't too complicated and
Mm-hmm.
not too simple. I thought it was like a nice mixture of complexity so that it will be decently easy for new players to play and complex enough for hardcore board gamers to be entertained.
All
mhm,
And
right.
I
agree.
think that you do need to make interesting decisions in order to win. I think that is not random. I think you definitely need to know when to accelerate, when to
Mhm.
change your gears down, when to save your cards for the right moment. So I loved it. I loved it. So I think this is a game I haven't gotten yet, but it's definitely on my wish list, top right
Mm,
there. Because
mm.
I think also it allows up to 6 players, which is it's a hard number to get without having the game being a party game.
Right,
Um,
right.
so
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
why I chose Heat as one of those games that
Mm.
I played and I want to have
That's
physically.
so great.
Are
Yeah.
you also? I think you have heard about the expansion, the upcoming expansion.
Yes, I
You,
think
you,
rain or something or
rain, yeah, some weather conditions. Yeah,
yes,
sounds
that
fun.
sounds
Sounds
interesting. I mean,
interesting.
obviously
Yeah,
that will sounds like it will add another
yes,
layer of complexity, but I love
yes.
complexity.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
I'll keep
yeah,
that out for new players, obviously, but once they like it, maybe we can
yeah,
add the
yeah.
expansion.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
If you allow me a comment here,
Hmm.
Totally.
I think I think pretty much the same as Axel here.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was even trying to get the physical copy before playing on BGA
Okay, so you
because
were convinced
the same
before.
because I was trying to.
What
But
happened?
by the time, but by the time I watch it, or I first of all, like I said, I follow some recommendation from another
Mm,
gamers on
yes.
Mhm.
YouTube that say mostly from Watchtower,
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking marvelous things about the game, so it kept my interest on the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
then I was
Mhm.
trying to see where I can get a physical copy. I looked a physical copy on a local store as well, but I just said like, yeah, okay, let's wait just for a moment. We can, you know, save it for later.
Yes.
But then when I came back and tried to get
It
a
was out
copy,
of print,
there was
out of
no
stock.
more copies
Oh
available.
man, that's what happens with great games. They,
And that's
run out of
and
stock.
that's and that's one of my biggest regrets in the past
Oh
year
no.
about a
Mm.
game that I really wanted to have, and I I wasn't fool enough to
you
just
took
let it pass.
it took too long. I don't know if we
Yeah.
wanna. I wanna. Ben on the chat had asked a very interesting question.
Mm.
Oh.
He asked, if you buy a game that you really enjoy on BGA, do you think you will play it more in person than in BGA? And I think this is an interesting point that will um, that
Well,
will
She wants to talk.
she also
Let her,
wants
let
to
her.
know. She
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 wants
wants
to
to
wants to
say
know.
let her
Let
something.
her
opinion be
know.
known.
She
Um,
wants to talk it on.
I think this is an
Yeah.
interesting point that we'll probably use to make a decision on the next question, which is, you
Mm.
know, what games that we play on BGA we don't want to buy physically. But let's not jump ahead. We'll get to your question, Ben. Thank you though for asking that.
Hmm. Definitely. But yeah, it was a great question, and this is part of why we are doing this episode as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
So,
totally.
yeah. So, what about you, Adri?
The game that you probably know that I will definitely get is already on my wish list, but I can buy just yet is River Glass.
Mm.
River Glass. I always forget the
Yeah,
game.
River
Glasswork.
Valley
Glasswork.
Glasswork.
River
Yeah.
Valley Glasswork. Yeah,
Oh, look at
that's
these
the
monkey
one.
pieces
Looks so pretty.
Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing.
from All Play Games.
And I also heard that it has a like a playmat.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
released a playmat
Well,
just.
that makes sense because All Plays used to make playmats. So,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting fact.
Yeah. So it's like really beautiful. I've been playing it a lot on Board Game Arena too.
mm,
So
Hmm.
yeah, fell in love with the art because same artist as Everdell. We were discussing that before as well.
You guys are fans.
I am
hmm,
a big fan, yes.
yeah,
So yeah, I need that one definitely, but
it's
just can't get
it's
it right now.
it's a
So it's
Hmm.
gonna be
Kickstarter
on my
campaign,
wish list.
right?
I know it's on Kickstarter campaign right now. Yes.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so you will. Nobody will be able to play the physical. Well, not nobody. Few persons will be
Yes.
the
A
chosen one,
few, a few
but
The
ones.
prototype.
The prototype, yes.
prototype as well. But even the prototype looks pretty. I have
It looks
seen
really
a
good.
couple of. I mean, these pictures
Hmm.
shows what the game looks like so far. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah.
if these were taken from a prototype copy, but
Hmm.
even though, I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, the
Looks
character
really awesome.
pieces and things like that, they really looks nice. And I think the gameplay itself, the rules are also simple, but at the same time, I mean, keep us
It's
interested all
interesting.
the time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
We
What do
we
you
are
think?
playing a game right now, the three of us on
Yeah, yeah,
BGA.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
we are.
yep, yeah.
So
Hmm.
let's see if I can find in Kickstarter what are going to be like the rewards for this game.
Mm,
Just a sec.
mm.
Hmm. Let's see.
I gotta say,
Okay.
I gotta admit that I did not read the rules to the game as we're playing it,
Uh,
but
all right.
I mean,
I just
it
figured
made
the rules.
sense. As a BGA was, preventing me from breaking the rules, and it was like you can only do this, and I'm like, okay. And by doing that, I pretty much learn. And with the
They,
player aid that's next to your board,
they,
it
they
tells you
just
know the points.
Yeah.
So
They just generated a special banner for you. You have like it says you haven't read the rule books, right? Yeah.
activate the mode. No, didn't read the rules.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Um,
didn't read the
but
rules. So
but it was so interesting. Like depending on the shape, it's the area where you can grab. But as you are placing them, you're also leaving them for the next player. And then
Yeah,
it's a
compositions. I know
yeah, it's a
composition.
very simple
it's
yet interesting, which is
Yeah,
it
and
makes
the set
for a
collection
really good
part
game
is very interesting as well because you have to make like a line collections, then
and a column.
column collections as well. So that's the you know interesting part as well that you want
Yes.
to keep
Yep.
yeah,
in mind every time. Yeah, I
totally.
agree. I agree.
So the deluxe edition is $69. It's not
What?
that much.
Okay.
So the box it shows that it has a spot UV and gold foil.
To be like the for the collector edition, something like that, like a special box
That's
or
deluxe edition. Yes,
I think they
the
were talking
deluxe.
about like using actual glass pieces. No, or like stones
The
maybe, because I
second,
think the standard is probably plastic.
well, the standard. Let's check.
yeah
It
from
says acrylic.
Oh,
acrylic.
acrylic.
Mm-hmm. Then the deluxe edition says that it shows 6 acrylic river tiles as
Mm-hmm.
well, one
Mm,
neoprene river valley playmat. So it has a playmat there, and
Mm-hmm.
one deluxe glass bag with five
Mm-hmm.
dual layer glass workboards. So dual layer. Wow.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, it
So
Interesting.
shows inventory markers, which the meeples are really lovely as well. The custom wood meeples and 5 dual layer river pans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's not that expensive if you take a look at it actually.
And also, if you are really into this game, I think if you have been catched by the art components, the game itself, I think you will
Hmm.
pay it. I mean, there will be. I don't know if you can check if it's been already founded or not. Could- you know, I'm also trying to
I mean, I
see if
think it's
I can.
already funded. Yes, should be funded.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just wondering because I'm pretty sure. How many days are left for
There's a
finishing the
retail
chapter?
edition as well, so I think I would wait for the retail one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't pay actually for the deluxe edition because I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But how many days? It says 10 days to go.
Okay.
All
Yeah, there
right.
we go. So
There
there
it
we go.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's good.
doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Really good. Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, nice. So yeah, I just want to scroll right quick the thing.
So
Yeah,
that
so
you
this
can
is the
see like
retail
retail.
edition,
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 blah. How to play, all these really oh look at this.
Look
Ooh.
at that. Yes. So
Mm,
good.
first player
And those are
statue.
Kickstarter exclusives.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is an expansion already included.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that. Nice.
Fiberglass and others. Okay. Retail, Torineva, Rotalic, Word. Oh, look at the bag is really nice. Cute. Oh, look at this
Yeah.
pieces. It really
The glass
looks
pieces are
nice.
really nice.
Nice, nice, nice. So yeah,
Hmm.
everything that normally you can find in a Kickstarter edition.
Mm-hmm.
Normally. That's cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Sounds cool. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So the other question we had
Hmm.
is which game you have played on Board Game Arena that you don't want to get, you don't want to buy at all.
The opposite.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
opposite.
Okay.
Yes.
So who wants
So
us to start and why?
let's start with Mask and Meeple. Let's continue with the order.
Of course. Of course.
I had that feeling. So yeah, let me share with you right quick. So there are some games that from the moment see them, I was like, nah, it's a pass for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe because the theme didn't call me, or maybe after I read or watch a couple of reviews, it was like, nah, nah, especially party games. But there are some that I thought that okay, maybe because the gameplay is not, it's not for me simply. But after I played, I found it in BGA. Actually, somebody invited me to play the first time, and after I played, say, okay, it's good, but not that good for me to get a physical copy. And I'm talking about Potion Explosion.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
This
Potion
is
is
a game I've
potion.
been wanting to try. It looks very interesting.
It's interesting. Yes, I mean it has its enchantment, sort of.
Hmm.
Uh, the I think in the real life in the physical copy, the most attractive components are the
Uh-huh.
marbles.
Mm-hmm.
The
Right.
marbles that you have in the dispatcher, yeah, just like that.
Yep.
Oh, that looks
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean, basically, what the game is about, you have to every turn you have to pick a marble from wherever you want, except for the very last line of each one of the columns.
Hmm.
And if after you pick that marble, any other marble from the same color that is below that one clashes. I mean, like,
Like
for
Candy Crush.
yeah, exactly, basically the Candy Crush effect. Then you take not only one marble but all the marbles that make the explosion, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
I see.
Yeah.
And then you use those marbles to fill out some or complete some potions. So as you can see,
Okay.
you have
So
special
it's
spaces.
fairly light then.
Yeah, and each one of these potions have a special effect when you
Mm-hmm.
drink it. So if you drink
Mm,
the potion, I think it's drink it or just use it. I don't know, but
Just
right.
use
maybe
it.
Right.
just use it.
Yeah.
So after you complete a potion, you can use it in that turn or any other turn, and then you basically what they allow you to do is take in additional marbles, either
Mm,
from other players, from the direct from the supply, or breaking a little bit the rules, blah blah blah. So
okay.
these kind of things are the things that make the game interesting and for me, in terms of, okay, I have to calculate which marble I'm gonna take because I don't want the other play. That's me, because
Hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
only thinking about what I'm doing, but I'm also messing with the other
Always
players.
thinking
Of
of
course.
everyone else,
Of
masking it.
course.
I'm always
Mm-hmm.
thinking about
Such a good player.
exactly how to mess with the other guys. So I have to think about it. That's why it kept me interested in BGA. But at the same
Hmm.
time, it was like, okay, I'm fine with it. I'm
Yeah.
okay with the game. I played already. I was like, "Nah, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure
You are
about
not impressed.
play the game." But but then when I played, it was like, okay, I can play it again. But I
Mm,
don't think I will try to get a physical copy. The only thing that could maybe make me get a copy of this game is because my oldest daughter watched me play the game, and she's
Yep.
like,
mm.
"Oh, we should have a copy of that one. I really want to play." It's like, nah, maybe I don't know,
Ah,
maybe for your birthday. But
nice.
There you go.
yeah, because I have to admit, I mean, like I said, the components are nice. It's very simple,
Hmm.
and I'm pretty sure I can say that it's a family game. It's not that complicated. It's not something that you
Mm,
have to read all the way. And even though my child can read it already, so it will be really. I think she will find it fun. But
mm.
for me, it will be like, no, I mean, I wouldn't put it in my wish list after
Right.
playing in BGA. So that's me. That's
Makes
the game
sense.
I have want to share with you guys.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. Back
If
to you.
you want me, if you want me to add something, this is a game that I actually have on my wish list because I
Okay.
do
Okay.
want to get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's me
Yeah.
because I do love the marbles and all the things like taking like the marbles and
Yeah.
seeing the marbles there should be like really great.
Hmm.
It's been
I,
on my wish list because
It sounds like it's definitely a game that is better enjoy. I mean, all games are better enjoyed physically, but this one specifically because of the marble
absolutely.
components, that's something that you don't get to experience in
in
BGA,
board
right?
game arena, yes, exactly. So and also there's an expansion I think for six
Yep.
players.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Mm. All
So
right.
Uh,
yeah.
I think that just my final comment
Mm-hmm.
here is there are some games in BGA that in my case I feel like whenever you're playing, if you're not playing like in real time, when you take a turn and
Mm,
maybe other
hmm.
players takes a
Mm,
very long time to take their
Yeah.
turns, it was like, what am I doing here? So with
yes.
this game, I'm okay in BGA because there's not that complicated situation when you have to remember what will be what would be the thing that you were thinking before
Hmm.
the other player took theirs. Uh, it's just like, okay, but you just watch what is available and take your turn, and that's it. So it doesn't matter if the other players takes a long time to perform their turns. It's always up to you. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm fine in BGA with that game. And also, if at any point you're trying to do something incorrect, the app the website will automatically will give you an actual advice like, you're not really reading the rule book, right? And then it
That's
slaps you in the
cheating.
face. Anyway,
Not
anyhow,
cheating.
that was my final comment on that. Thank you very much.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Back to you.
So back to you. So,
Mhm.
Axel, what about you? What's the
What
game that
about me?
you played already or that you seen playing from other like comments from other people that you think that you don't really want to get it after playing it on Board Game Arena?
So this one, for this one, there's not as many as in the other question where I play them and I want them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I play them, and most of the time, well, I guess there's a couple. Most of the time, it's like a kind of like with Potion Explosion, where it's like it's an okay game. You know, I enjoyed it, but it didn't blow my mind
Mm-hmm.
to be able to to really wanted it in my collection,
It
especially at
wasn't
this point.
amazing. Mm-hmm.
I think if you had asked me this question at the beginning of my board game career, um,
Wow.
I would have said yes to everything.
Are you that
Yes,
old?
this, yes, that, and I think Potion Explosion would have been a yes for me. I mean,
Okay.
Mhm,
marbles in a board
mhm,
game, that
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But
mhm.
now that there's less space in the collection and there's less
Yeah.
time and less money, and then you see how some games don't get played and they're just sitting there, and so it's like, is it a game
Maybe.
that is just gonna go into the shelf to sit and look pretty? Maybe if that's the case, then maybe not. But
Okay.
the one game I wanted to mention today is Through the Ages.
How dare you?
Oh, ho,
How
ho.
dare
Oh
you?
yes, this is a
Ouch.
game that a good friend of mine has, and we tried to play it.
Are
This
you
was many
talking
years
about
ago.
me?
You have another good friend.
Ah,
Um,
another one.
we
Another
tried to
different.
play it, and we could not get over the rule book, and we could not get over how to play it, and the upkeep, and oh my gosh, we really wanted to play it, but we barely got through one era, and I think there's like three or four. uh
Oh.
yeah, so we just put it away after a couple hours of trying, and that was many years ago. So then I discovered, a couple years later, I discovered BGA, and I saw that they had it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. And it's amazing how BGA just does everything for you. It
Yeah.
calculates how much you owe, it calculates how much you get, it calculates what actions you can do or what actions you cannot do, it calculates who is the winner of the combat, it calculates everything. So I think BGA is the perfect website for playing specifically heavy games, where all the upkeep is done by the website. And I really enjoyed it. I love the game. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. It's so interesting, and all the choices and that you can take, but it's so heavy that I feel like having it physically, it will just not be played. I don't think it will be played. It maybe it will get played one time of the whole year, maybe one time in 2 years. That's why I don't think it's a game that I would buy, but I really liked it on BGA.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Hmm. Hmm.
Interesting. I have played it. This is one of the games that I think is part of the my very first 20 in the
Mm-hmm.
collection.
Hmm.
So because of that, I have I played like more than 5 times,
Okay,
Oh,
but
well,
that's
that's
always,
nice.
impressive for such a
always,
game.
always, yes. And I love the game. That's what I say. How dare you? Because it was always worth it. The time that you spend, because you spend the time setting up the game,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
preparing,
the upkeep
creating,
also
blah blah
takes.
blah blah. Everything takes time, and
Yeah,
and my wife and I, we knew that if we are going to play this game, is because we have enough time to spend like 5 hours
yeah,
minimum. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
You
yeah.
know,
No, I agree. I think
it's
that's
just
That's
like,
about the
okay,
right
difficult.
time.
if we are going to, and because we were on the pandemic time, so that's why
Mm.
we
So
Mm-hmm.
have
there's
also
plenty
a
of
lot
time,
of time,
plenty of time.
plenty of time,
Makes
enough
sense.
time.
Yes.
but I think because of that, I feel very lucky because I had the chance to enjoy the game
Yes. Yep.
physically, not
Yeah.
only because you are not the first one that I heard or I listened that they are prefer like all the time playing virtually the virtual version of this game that in
Yep.
real life. So
Yeah.
don't feel
Hmm.
that special, okay? And
Oh,
I
wow.
went for a general answer.
yes, exactly.
Oh, A
You're
Come on.
speaking what the masses are
Of course.
already been talking. And the thing is, um, the game itself is just cards. It's
Yeah.
nothing really uh, complex in
Yeah.
terms
Yep.
of the components and stuff. It's just like cubes, like you say here,
The
scars,
the
cubes, and that's
upkeep
it.
the upkeep is a
Yeah,
bit complicated, and the war I feel like it's a
but
bit complicated.
but I must say that it it does a really good job in my perspective with this space here
Symbols
with the symbology because they will guide you through
explains.
the process on how to manage resources and through every one of the phases. So for
Yeah.
me, this is a really helpful. And when I discovered this, is like, okay, if you have any question, just read what you have in front of you. It's
Just
not
read the
that
rule book.
complicated. It's just not complicated. But again,
Fair enough.
I think the same. I think the same
Mm.
because I had a lot of time before I was able to really read the rule book and watch some videos and really learn
Mhm.
the game. So it was complicated to explain the game, but it was really enjoyable when we were really managing to play the game in real life. So I understand your feeling, but I'm not agree with you. Just want to say that
Fair
anyway.
enough. Fair enough. But yeah, that's just. And again, I
So,
love the game. I love the
Yeah, it's
game.
really nice. I
It's
really love it.
just
mhm.
realistically, I don't think I will be able to find it the
And
opportunity to play physically.
I call these kind of games the exponential games because when you have it play with two players, it's okay. If you play with three players, it's
Mm,
impossible to play. It's just like exponentially longer time to play.
yeah.
And especially when you have a friend that takes a very long times to
Yeah.
analyze every single fucking turn, it's
That's
impossible.
me. I'm
It's
so
impossible.
sorry.
Now you're not. I'm talking about the Mexican people. This guy is horrible playing
Oh,
games.
Oh man,
It,
Max
it
Meeple,
takes
I'm sorry.
ouchie.
it takes
Disclaimers, we're burning
it
you.
takes like forever.
Have
And
burn.
with games like this, is now it's like I'm gonna drink something
Yeah.
and then come back
Go
tomorrow.
take a nap.
It took us like easily 5 to 6 hours to complete the freaking game. It
Wow.
was
Yuck. That's a
yeah.
Nice.
lot.
Good
Anyway,
times.
just
That's a
for
Adri,
just
lot.
an adventure.
what
So
about you?
before I go with my no, I don't wish to buy that game.
Yeah.
Would you be able to remember the rules if Axel was going to visit you, Basket Meeple?
Of course not. No, maybe.
Maybe.
I
It's
mean,
been a while since you
what I
played
will
it.
do? Yeah, of course. It's been a
Yeah.
long
So maybe you
time.
played a lot and you knew the rules, but since it's been a long time, maybe you forgot a couple.
Especially when I have played a lot of the
All the other
games,
ones.
it's like
Yeah.
no. And now that you mention, I mean, it will be like, okay, I need your commitment that we are going to sit and you are going to enjoy the game night with this game
I
Ah,
because because otherwise I will not going to read again this freaking rule book and try
mm,
to learn the game
you
again.
have to convince me you're gonna have a good
I
time,
have
or
to
we're not
watch
playing.
commitment in your face, or I will never be able to do that. I just want to.
No, I
I
would.
mean,
I would.
I think that you really want to try it like in real life sometime because I mean, not only board game arena is
yeah,
something that you want to enjoy. You want to enjoy games in physical life if
Hmm.
somebody else have it.
right.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
part of the well. Let's. I mean, if you want, we can jump into those conclusion after you share with us
Yeah.
Yes.
what
Yes.
game.
We'll go deeper into
Okay.
Hmm
deeper into the question.
hmm
So sorry that I have to disappoint you, Axel, but
I
a
know.
game
Again.
and
Again.
yes, so a
Wow.
Oh my
game that I
goodness.
won't be getting, and that's probably again because I didn't read the rules and I was stuck in the track for so
No.
long I couldn't
Oh
move.
no.
I hated
Yeah.
the game so much is Hit. So no, I
Yeah.
won't get it. I will play it first with someone else. I don't feel the
Mhm.
need to get it for myself because I don't
Yeah.
have anyone to play it with.
Hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, I would play it gladly with someone that could explain the game to me, that
Hmm.
could actually say this game is great because such and such reason, because I didn't enjoy it. Couple of
Yeah.
times that I played it, I
I
didn't
can
enjoy
see
it.
that. I think that yeah, this is not like river glass. You need to know the rules, and because otherwise, you know, if you play the wrong cards, then you're gonna get stuck. If you play the wrong cards, then you're gonna be at too high speed, and you're gonna spin out and not progress. So yeah, you do need to know some of the
Yeah,
rules. I gotta say,
and
I think the first time I played on BGA, I also kind of didn't quite read the rules, and and then as I
mhm.
was making mistakes, I was like, oh, I see. Okay, so this is how this works. And so obviously I lost, but then it piqued my interest because I saw that there was like an actual making a decision to
And what
Mhm.
to
it
progress
was a
it, and
it was a pride manner.
it wasn't just random like, oh, I drew a better card than you, so therefore I move more than you, you know. It was actual decision that make you win. But maybe we'll just have to play it a couple times after we win Sky Team. I'll
Yes,
convince you by playing a couple times.
I would love to play that like correctly,
Yes.
because
Yeah,
yeah, I
correct.
think that the last time that I played it like with a better explanation of it, because someone said, okay, you're not supposed to draft
Mm,
cards,
Hmm.
or you're not supposed to use like high cards if you are about to
mm-hmm. Turn a
turn,
corner.
right?
Yep.
Because you will always spin.
Yep.
So, oh,
That's
okay,
correct.
that makes sense. And I didn't spin.
There
But
you go.
still, I didn't actually like it and I didn't
Okay.
actually
Fair
enjoy
enough.
it. So
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna get it anyway.
Can,
That
can
is
I
fine.
can I ask you something, Adri here?
Yes,
Do you drive?
I am learning how to drive.
Okay, so
Okay.
but you recently started learning how to drive,
Yes.
and did you play the game before you even have an idea how to drive?
Yes.
So that's also probably why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she can also like
Nah, no,
not
no.
like driving.
I'm just kidding here. No, but I understand. I don't know. At some point, there are some rules that make sense when
Hmm.
Hmm.
you
If with driving.
understand or trying to say, okay, if I do this in the real life, I'll fucking crash. And that's you have to.
Yes.
uh, I mean, try to put some sense in on the cards
It's
that you're
very
playing.
thematic. Yeah, that's it.
It's
I
very
think that's
thematic,
another
yeah.
thing that I liked about
Strangely,
it.
very
Felt
thematic.
it
Yes.
did a good job at making you at representing the experience of driving.
And one of the things
But
that I will, yeah, go ahead. So I'll say
hold on,
my
that's a
turn.
race card. It's not the same as driving like a real life
That's
car.
true.
But I mean, yeah, and that's the other thing. I'm not, not. I mean, I don't have any interest on racing. I mean, like
Hmm.
F1 racing and stuff. I don't.
It's not your stuff.
I just don't like it. Okay,
Okay.
anything like that. But it's like I like Cars, the movie. So
Hmm.
probably
Yeah.
that's the only
There you go.
interest that I have
Yeah.
in that part.
Me too.
You know, and but even though when you try to, or the first time I tried to learn the game, couple of rules make sense.
Hmm.
Not because you are always driving in 120 miles per hour,
Of course not.
but
Because how that's
but
how the car works.
but
Hmm.
yeah, something like that. That's my perspective again. I
Yeah.
understand and I get it that it's not the same. Obviously, it's not the same. But at the
Hmm.
same time, I'm glad that these kind of games call my attention because for based on the theme, it was like a hard pass for me. You know,
Mm.
Hmm.
but it's fun. It's like surprisingly fun. It's like, oh my god. I don't know. Yeah, but probably I agree as well with you, Adri. If you really don't have the feeling that you're doing the things all right, you'll find a lot of frustration because you're like,
Yeah.
why I'm not advancing? Why I'm
Why
always
am I always
turning?
spinning?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally agree
Mm.
on that part. If you
Hmm.
don't really get the rules on that, on what's going on, what's happening, it will be very frustrating. It will be very
Yeah.
frustrating, and
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get that
And I
totally.
think that was happened to me actually. But if any of you get the game, I will gladly play with you.
All
I
right.
wish to have a copy whenever they restock.
Whenever it happens.
All
Yeah.
right.
So that's not
Sounds
gonna
good.
happen soon. That's for sure.
Okay.
Don't worry. In the meantime, we can play again in BGA and try to find out if we can manage to
Fit
properly
you.
play this game this time.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
that's correct. Maybe we can tackle the question that Ben asked
Mm,
earlier, which was,
Oh
if you
yeah.
buy a game that you really enjoy in BGA, do you think you play it more in person than in BGA? And I can go first on that one, and I think that no,
Oh
okay.
no.
no.
Okay.
I think realistically, you play more games. Well, at least I play more board games on BGA, right? Because I can have multiple going at the same time asymmetrically, and
Hmm.
that's just, and I can play with people that want to play it that are on different locations. Whereas a board game physically, you have to make the plan to play it. You need to have the people that want to play it. So it's harder to make it happen. So therefore, less times
Mm-hmm.
than in BGA.
Mm.
What do you guys think?
Mm,
Adri,
I
what do you think?
think it would depend on the game because if you
That's
have
true.
like the will to play it solo and the game has a solo option, then you will play it like more
Hmm.
times
Mm,
than on BGA if you have the time to do it.
Yeah,
Also, if you have like someone to play it with and it's not that hard to play, then you'll play it too.
yeah. I
Not
think
as many times as Board Game Arena because I mean you can do like every
right.
turn on Board Game Arena like
You
anytime
can you
you
can be
want.
playing 100 games at the same time.
Yeah.
That's
But
meant.
depends on the game actually. That's what I think. If it's like the game that you were mentioning before, like
Mhm.
um just
Through the
forgot about
edges.
it, Through the Ages, that's
Mhm.
mm,
definitely not going to be on the
Yeah,
table at all.
mm.
But yeah, River
Mass
Valley,
Maple
Glassworks,
disagrees.
and what's the other one? Forest Shuffle, definitely a lot more times.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's true. As soon as I said what I said, I
I regret.
realized that, yeah, no, I realized that I was wrong. It really, like you said, depends on the game. If it's a medium to heavy games, then what I said is correct.
Hmm.
But if it's like, card games that are fast, like sea salt and pepper,
Exactly. Hmm.
Mm,
you
paper.
can,
We
it,
always
you,
do the
you,
same thing.
you actually play that one faster in person
Of
than on
course.
BGA,
Yes.
and you can probably play it more times in person than BGA. So,
Yeah.
so I guess
Yeah.
in that sense, yeah, you would play more.
Hmm.
But in that case, maybe we are not strictly answer correctly Ben's question because he said if you buy a game that you really enjoy in BGA. So like
Hmm.
for instance, in
Hmm.
this case, like I don't know if you really enjoy playing seesaw and paper in BGA more than in
Hmm.
real life. So that
Mm,
will not be the case
Hmm.
hmm.
in Ben's question. So
Right.
I will just put it in this time because I love disagree with you guys. I have a special game that I love playing on BGA, but
Hmm.
I also love and I will be willing to play all the time in real life, which
Hmm.
is Lost of Ruins of Arnak.
Mm.
So
Mm,
I
hmm.
really loved how the game you can play the game in BGA because I simply love the game, you
Hmm.
know. And then I'm pretty sure that if you ask me where you prefer to play in BGA or in real life, I will always say real life. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if it takes more time to set up the game and explain the rules or whatever, even
Hmm.
though I'm always be willing to play the game in real life because
Okay.
I have find the experience of playing that game very not different, but
Hmm.
I really enjoy the experience of playing in real life. And it's one of
Yeah.
Okay.
the games that I also enjoy playing in BGA. But
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
but I'm
But you know what?
but compared uh
Another thing that's quite important to bring up on do okay, you know that you have this game that you really like playing on BGA, and you can play more on BGA because it's just more possible to do
Hmm.
it
mhm,
that way.
mhm,
One of the reasons that you might still want to buy it is so that you can play with people that don't play on BGA. You know,
Yeah.
right,
if your
right,
friends don't play on BGA,
mhm,
True.
then
makes
you
sense
you found
totally.
this amazing game on BGA that you really enjoy, and you want to share that
Mm,
with your friends that don't play on BGA, and
True.
maybe they're just not interested in playing a board game
mm,
digitally. So, but
Hmm.
they're missing out on the amazing game you found. So that might be a reason why you
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 want to get
still
it.
buy it physically.
Hmm.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, totally. I'll put just the example of my friends, my group of friends of Fridays. they don't have BGA at all. They don't have a
Hmm.
BGA account.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
every game that I play on BGA that I really enjoy, I have to play physical with them.
You
There's
have to
no other
buy it.
choice.
There's no other
I
choice.
mean, it's like,
You
oh my
tell your
god,
wife,
what
there's no
should I
choice.
do? What could I
You need
do?
to
It's
buy
like,
it.
what?
No choice. I have to get it.
It's like, darling, I really love the game, but they don't have a BGA. You don't have a BGA account. What? I
We
mean, I'm
need
the
to buy
victim
it.
here.
We need
I'm
to
the
buy it.
victim
Put
here.
it in the budget.
I was the victim here, for the God's sake. Try
Yes,
to understand.
I
Uh,
got it.
Yeah.
I
We
totally
get
get
it.
it. Yeah, it's not get it.
We get it.
Anyway, and on the same thing, if you want to tell us about what our fellow board gamers also share with us, Sandri.
Absolutely. We also have some comments from the poll that we actually uploaded on our account,
On Instagram.
on Instagram account after
Mm-hmm.
game night.
The IG.
And if you are able to share the responses
There you
here,
go.
all right. So we had, what games did you decide to buy after playing them in Board Game
Hmm.
Arena? And Geeky Mama Meeple said River Valley Glassworks, same
Oh
as
my
me.
God. Hmm. Oh,
Hmm.
Sushi
Sushi
Go,
Go.
Sushi Go, and Bunny Kingdom.
Mm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Then Z Zermo
This is
said
normal.
Nova Luna.
Valuna. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Then the Spicy Meeple, Random Meeple, said
Yeah,
Applejack.
AKA the Applejack. I haven't
Applejack.
played that one. Is that a real
You
game?
I
haven't?
haven't played Applejack. I don't know which one
Oh,
that
that's
is.
a great one.
He's maybe lying. He's always doing things like that. Don't
It's
trust
a
That's
that guy.
fake. It's a fake game.
Don't trust that guy. Yeah, he maybe just put it out of the hat.
it's a
He's
tile
Okay.
placement game. It's a really
It's a
good one.
pile.
So
It's a piece of
we should
liar.
See,
Anyway.
it's real.
we
Oh
should play
really?
it. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Okay.
So Camping Meeple said Can't Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
a nice one.
I haven't played
But
that one either.
I don't think I would buy it for myself, but it would depends because it looks like
Mm.
pretty ugly, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough.
And
It's like have you guys seen watched the movie from Ant-Man, the very first one,
yeah,
Mm.
when Ant-Man or Scott, I don't
uh-huh.
remember that, give to her daughter that very ugly bunny, plush bunny, and she
Yeah.
said like, "Oh my God, it's so ugly, I love it." So maybe that's the same feeling. It's so ugly, I
Yeah.
love it.
It's so ugly. Yeah. Sounds
Anyway,
like it's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So
mhm.
Winston Girl says Kuberts,
Super.
Saikatsu, and Forest Shuffle.
Of
Definitely
course.
There you
Forest
For a
go.
Shuffle.
shuffle, give it to me, please. If anyone, just a quick comment here. If anyone out there has an available copy of For a Shuffle, if they want to get rid of
Get
the
in
shuffle,
contact.
me, I told
Get in
them
contact with
a
Mr.
hundred.
Mask
Put
Meeple.
it, put it a price. Put it a price.
I don't think
$100,000.
I don't think anyone wants to get
Two
rid of it,
houses.
but let's
I,
hope for the best.
I have a dog to offer if you want. He's
Whoa.
loyal.
Oh no. All right.
We can trade.
All right. And then we like games at Spots, which is a really good one too.
I play that
Mm.
one.
Nova Luna,
I have played
Sea
that
Hmm,
one.
Salt and
interesting.
Paper.
That's amazing
Second
game.
time Nova
Yeah.
Luna was mentioned. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting. Okay,
Haven't played
cool.
Nova Luna, guys?
I
Yes.
do. Yeah, I do. Yes, I
Okay.
Yes.
have played that one. Yeah, I really like the game.
And
And on the
Spots
other
too.
hand,
I really want to get a Spots as well. That's one of my wish list.
oh,
Hmm.
very interesting responses here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What games did you decide not to buy after playing them on Board Game Arena? Z Zermo said Living Forest. Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard some bad
Interesting.
things about
It
Living
looks
Forest.
interesting. I don't know how it plays and I haven't played it, but it looked pretty.
We should play it. I mean, I like it, but I don't know if I would get it
Okay.
because I played it in real life and Board Game Arena, and Board Game Arena feels a lot more everything that in real life.
A lot
Mm,
more
okay.
everything.
Interesting. That's an
A lot
interesting
more
response.
interested in Board Game Arena than in real life, to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool,
Okay.
So
cool.
random people said Arnak.
I hate that guy.
Mm,
I
And
hate this guy.
wow. He's a
I
big
sorry,
fan.
I hate
Masked
him.
Meeple, but I haven't played Arnak in real life, and I'm not sure if I want to get it either.
Ooh.
Because you haven't played in real life, that's why.
I have played it in real life, and that's a
Yes.
lot of setup and a lot of pound.
Don't
Yeah,
worry. You don't have
pound.
to worry about that.
I
If you
gotta
play
say,
it
the
with me,
game is not
you
that
are gonna
expensive
and you don't have
for.
to worry about the setup. I can set up for you. Don't
All
worry.
right.
All
You
right.
will play. You
Well,
will
there
play
you
it. You
have
will
it.
love it.
Okay.
you play and you love it.
Guaranteed by the Master Meeple.
Guaranteed. All
No
right.
refunds.
The
You
last
love
one is we like games. She said Azul.
Mm.
Wow. I don't know if I would get
Yeah.
Azul after playing it on Board Game Arena. I played it in real life and I was playing it wrong because the rules were explained wrong
yes.
as well.
Got it.
Yeah.
But now that I know the rules correctly, I think I will buy the tiny version, not the,
Oh,
Ah, the pocket one, the traveling
yes,
version.
the pocket one.
Mm.
nice.
Yeah, I know a couple of persons that they will prefer to play it than BGA than a physical because they play it wrong every time. Never remember how to
Uh,
score points. So they
Mhm.
are always
got
cheating. They always scoring like multiple points or everything. Like this
it.
is not the way you play.
100,000
Yeah,
points. You're like, how
Yeah,
did you do it?
exactly.
Uh,
I just want to say hi to my mother-in-law. I
Oh,
mean, she's great, but
hi.
all right.
she's
I
always doing the same thing. She's always every time they are playing the game because this is kind of the things I do. I
mhm,
introduce new
Yeah,
games
yeah,
to
you
the
teach
just
games.
of
yeah.
course.
Um, every time they play Azul, they call me in a video call like, I mean, explain us why. I mean, what we're doing wrong? What's happening here? Explain the why you're scoring correctly.
Amazing.
Again,
That is
okay,
wonderful.
let's do that again.
Let's
Yeah,
do it again. Yes, I'm the
thank
happy
you.
person explaining the rules again.
I have
Nice.
done it when I'm doing my poop, But I mean, if they need it, I have to respond right away. Doesn't
Exactly.
matter the
Of
timing.
course.
Exactly.
It's
It's an
for the
emergency.
gaming. It's for the exactly. It's an emergency. I
Yeah.
totally get it. I don't mind.
So
Very
just to let you
nice.
know, the wrong way that we were playing it is that they were taking tiles of the same color and they were placing it like in every row possible.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
And I was like, sorry,
that
this
might
feels
break the
wrong.
game.
Well, what I always say because it happened. I mean, it happened with other games,
Yeah.
heavier games especially.
Mhm.
But it's like okay, but we are all playing the same way. We are all playing wrong, so doesn't matter. We are playing with
It's
under
a
the
fair
same
game.
rules. It's a
Yeah,
fair
Same
game.
rules for everybody.
Agree?
exactly.
Do you
Hmm.
agree on
Yeah.
that?
We agree on
Glad to
that.
hear that. Glad to hear
Yes.
that. Thank you.
All
Thank you.
righty. So
Yeah.
I think we're done with our question for today, right?
Finally. Yep.
All
Thank
righty.
you,
So
Ben,
let's
for the
go
extra
to
question.
Yeah, thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you, everyone. And let's go to our chismecitos.
Chismecito.
Ooh, our last section.
Spicy thing.
Do we have
Mhm.
any chismecitos from Masking Meeple
Chismecitos
today?
from
Of
Mask
course
People.
not. No, I just want to share a couple of things. I want to say thanks to the really amazing and kind publisher that have trust, like I said, their games to my hands, these horrible hands here, to do some reviews and playthroughs and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, I just recently received from IB Games a copy of Veil Fate. I'm so happy, excited. They have
Wow.
sent
Wow.
me Veil Fate. I think they listened to the podcast and they said this guy really want to play the game, so let's make it
Oh, wow,
real.
man.
They have sent me a copy of Veil Fate and a copy of Fractured Sky, which is amazing. It's
Oof.
a adorable game in terms of, I mean, just by talking about the cover, it's just great. I mean, the retail version, but if you know IB Games, even the retail version are amazing. The components are
Mm-hmm.
great,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of their game. Not because they're sending games right now. I'm always been fan of you.
He's always been a big fan.
I,
Ever
I, I
since he was
I've got
born,
ever
he
since
was a fan.
ever since Moonrockers version 1. I was there.
Version
I
1.
was there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm so glad, and
That's cool.
I just want to share that with you. Shout out to
Yeah.
them. Shout out. It's a shout out show
Happy
today.
Shout
Studio.
out
Thank
to.
you.
Shout out, and yeah, just want to also shout out because I don't know if I shared that with you, but in the past, I think it was early this month. Yeah, it was early this month. I was traveling to Tennessee to meet with the random people, Mexican people, those
Hmm.
horrible guys, which I call my
Nice.
best friends. And
Hmm.
yeah, we were attending a local gaming convention, and there was always another great friend of mine that I met everywhere there is a convention, and we have the coincidence, the strange coincidence to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So Steph from Board Game Steph,
Oh yeah.
a really good
Mm-hmm.
reviewer from BGA. by the way,
All right.
and on BGG. And she makes these amazing calendars here. I don't know if you have the chance to watch them.
Oh yeah.
Amazing,
Oh,
amazing
wow. That's
calendar.
so cool.
So every month she takes a lot of picture from games, and it's a really
Hmm.
nice idea. Why nobody had the same idea before? I don't know. And she, you know, you have to pay her for two things like that.
Oh,
I just want to shout out.
she's doing a calendar out of her pictures.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
so
know,
awesome.
it was always there. The
So
idea was
awesome.
always there.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
totally.
Anyway,
Cool.
so that's why. That's for me. Thank you.
Shout out. What about you, Axel?
What
Chismecito
about
for
me?
us? Yes.
Chismecito. No chismecito for me.
What?
Zero.
Come
Zero.
Oh,
on, Axel.
you
Zero
know,
chismecito.
we're trying to be professional, right? I just put some bullshit on my chismecito part. Why you didn't do the same? I mean, you should try it at least.
What
I
happened?
don't know. I gotta say, well, if you want chismecito, you guys know.
You want to see the second?
Yes, we
I
do
have
want
to
to
say to you.
hear from you.
There is something that.
Um,
Go on, go ahead.
so I'm. We were talking about Black Rose Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I played it recently, and of course, as a good fanboy from the publisher, which is Ludus Magnus Studios, um,
Mm,
I backed the sequel years ago,
Oh.
which
okay.
is Black Rose Wars Rebirth,
Uh-huh.
which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the sequel. But now that I played the game and I've been watching some videos recently of like people talking about it, it pretty much sounds like it's the same game, but with a couple of tweaks, but it's almost a reprint. Almost. It's
Oh,
that similar.
Oh
A lot of
no.
people are calling it a reprint. So I'm like, oh man.
and you didn't read the campaign stuff
We're
before you
talking
start?
about 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I wasn't
That's
as
fair.
wise.
That's fair
I
enough.
was
That's fair enough.
I was a young
It was
Axel in the
it
world
was
of board games.
it was on the Kickstarter fever. I know. I was there. I was backing games without knowing just because they looked cool.
Yeah, that
I
was
know.
me.
Okay, I
That
feel
was
you, bro.
me. You
I
know what?
feel you, bro.
It's been I don't think I have backed a single Kickstarter this year.
I know. Me neither.
You
So
haven't? Wow.
no.
No, we are now an older, grouchy man.
Yeah, we're grouchy board gamers now.
Yeah, we are.
And poor
Uh,
and without space and time. But anyway, so it's interesting. And I was just thinking about it because right now they have a Kickstarter
yeah,
for
boo.
another one of their games. I mean, they make good games and they look really nice.
Mm.
It's just mm,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. I'm still on debating what I'm gonna do with Rebirth.
Mm.
Maybe I'll keep Rebirth and sell the
Ah,
previous one.
you're going to sell both.
Sell both. I don't know
Yeah,
about
just
that.
because you hate the idea that they were trying to sell it a couple of years ago. Like, yeah, this is gonna be great.
I think it's good. I,
Yeah.
I just wish it was a little bit shorter of time. Like I said, it was like 4 hours, so I wish it
Oh,
was
but-
more
yeah.
like 2 or 3. But
The
who
cover is
knows?
amazing,
Maybe
by
with
the way.
experience, we can always hope that, like we always say, maybe next time we play, because now we know how to play, it'll be less time,
Yeah, yeah,
10 minutes less. All right.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's about all I have in my mind right now. I haven't really been since I haven't been backing on Kickstarter. I've been trying not to look into it, so I'm
Oh,
not tempted.
Thank
okay.
you, thank you. Yeah, okay, that's good. Thank you for the effort.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also the legendary sweatshirt.
Oh yeah, well, that will
It's
be more
on.
chismecito than the other
It's on.
one. Yeah,
What's it called? You guys can bid on it. It's
yeah,
bidding. It's a bidding item. It's very
it's a
valuable.
bidding item.
The starting bids it's $100. So
Okay.
just type in the
I'll,
chat,
I'll,
type in the
I'll,
comments.
I will give you a kick in the ass. So what about that?
Kick in
That's
the
my
ass.
final offer?
We only accept credit cards and checks and direct
Sorry,
deposits.
I'm
Thank
out.
you.
I'm out then. I'm out. Have the flow.
All
Hi.
right,
All right.
that's all I got. Adri, do you have any real
Um,
chismecito you want to
Yeah,
share with
please
us today?
save us, please.
my chismecito. Okay, so yeah, for those who want to get on the Lacerda cycle once
Ooh,
again, Eagle
yes.
Eagle Griffin Games will crowdfund Speakeasy in
Speak
the
Easy, the next
Speak
game from
Easy,
Vital
the
Mr.
third,
Lacerda.
in the second half of
Italy.
2024
Ah,
with the lighter Lacerda game House of Faro.
House of Fado. It's been co-designed with
Side with Joao
Yao,
Quintero.
which
wow.
he's the one who made
Bot
the
Factory.
lighter
Bot
version.
Factory. Bot
Yes,
Factory.
the lighter version
Love
of
Factory.
Bot Factory.
And
Yeah.
that's hitting Kickstarter first in May 2024.
there
So
you go. Well,
very
there you
soon.
go. Be Lacerda
Mm,
fans,
mm,
get
mm,
ready,
mm.
open, start saving,
Yeah.
get your money, take out the
Hide
Oh,
your
loans,
wallets.
take out your loans, and
too
yeah,
late.
be ready.
Sorry. Too late. This is too
Hide
late.
your wallets.
By the time you said that, it was like, okay,
I need it.
okay, buy underwear. I have better things to purchase at the middle of the year.
Well,
Don't worry,
um,
they can last a little bit longer. They
Mhm.
were waiting to be retired for a long time. They can wait a little bit more. That's okay.
there you go. See, that's the board game mentality.
Of
Board gamer.
course, of
We're
course.
not sorry about that.
Priorities, my friends.
Yes,
Priorities. God damn it.
priorities.
Very well.
So
Hmm.
tell us what's going to be new in for the next weeks or so for the Maske Meeple,
Of course, yeah.
where we
So
can find you.
you can find me on. I'm always confused about that. Hold on, this one. Yeah, here.
There,
Here. There we go. So the
there
Mac
you go.
Meeple, at
Here
Mac
after game
Meeple.
night.
There you go. On Instagram, you can follow there whatever I'm doing recently, like reviews mostly. And today, especially, I have a special participation dynamic. Uh, what's called trending
Mhm.
with another member of this podcast, which is Ad Trey. Ad Trey. Yeah, yeah,
We
him.
have a face-off.
We have face
Yes.
offs.
Yes.
Between it's a great challenge within the Instagram community that you can also join anytime you want.
Hmm.
You can only have to invite another friend, follow what's the theme for the month, and then
Hmm.
just show whatever is the best game you think will win a poll between the two games.
Nice.
This time we are battling for games that are uh, below the
Outside.
outside. Thank you. I was
Hmm.
just busy. You watch the list is below, right?
Yeah.
under under the 1,000 ranking in BGG. So for this second,
Oh,
by the way, she beat my ass in the round one. So I'm
I
coming
did.
back for you on round two, and we are battling Spicy. Is the party game, card game? When
Bluffing.
you are
Okay.
bluffing. Hmm.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
We played this game one time virtually as well, and
Nice.
that was her pick, and I choose the Valley of the Kings, this deck building game from AG, a game that I really like, and I had a chance to play a lot of times because I love more deck building games. So you can go
Mm-hmm.
vote for your favorite on my stories, and next week we'll have the final round. Hopefully, a match for and know who is the real winner. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
um, on Other's history. But that's pretty much what I recently posted. You can expect more content, more reviews. I have just mentioned that I received a couple of games
Hmm.
recently, along with
Okay.
other ones. So there will be a lot of comments coming through. So keep posted.
Exciting.
Yeah, keep tuned.
Nice.
So
There you go.
hopefully
It's
we'll
for me.
finish. Hopefully we'll finish the face-off this week because this week is the end of March.
It is?
It
No.
is,
Yes.
boy. You have a calendar behind you.
All right. Sunday. Yeah, we
Mhm.
should.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah, we'll make that happen. We'll make it happen. Don't worry. We'll have our round three. Don't worry.
alrighty.
Nice.
What about you, Axel? Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on the internet as Dice and Amigos on Instagram, where I'm trying to, get back to it. For the longest time, I stopped posting because, life got busy. But I've been trying to get back into the algorithm by, sharing what I've been playing and everything. So I'll
Yes.
probably share some pictures from the weekend where I talk a little bit more in depth about my experience with Black Rose Wars and Frosthaven.
Mhm.
Um,
Excellent.
and then also, if you talking about Frosthaven, if you guys are interested in Frosthaven or Gloomhaven and Cephalophore games in general, you guys can also follow me on YouTube as Dice and Amigos. I've been sharing my playthroughs with my friends of Frosthaven and Gloomhaven. So there you have it. I'll see you
Nice.
there. Don't be shy. Leave your comments down below and follow.
Yeah, they're fun. I promise. I haven't watched those live through, so they're fun. You'll enjoy it.
We have a good time.
You'll
So
have a good time. Yeah.
you heard it,
Wh-
my
We
friend.
definitely have a good time.
What
Ale,
about
Yeah.
you,
what about
Andres?
you?
What about me?
What about you?
What about
I
you?
have a lot of work pending. I had a lot of games coming. I don't know what to do because I was supposed to
Play
actually
them.
get the games that I already have sold because I'm selling some games because I'm
Okay.
planning on moving soon. So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't take
Yeah.
all my games with me.
Oh, happens.
But some games have arrived and I have to take care of that as well. So you'll see that in the
Mm-hmm.
coming weeks and we'll finish the face off.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully
Hopefully.
today.
Yeah, just you can leave it as that.
There's
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
some
We'll finish
logistics to
the
be
face off.
calculated.
Hopefully. Yes,
Hopefully.
exactly. You can find me on Instagram. And if you want to see the same reels that I've been uploading on Instagram, then you can go and find me on TikTok as well. But
Oh,
I heard that the government of the United States is
Yes, I
planning
forgot about that.
on planning on banning TikTok.
it
Mm-hmm.
But
will be
Mm-hmm.
our next topic,
Oh
by the
man,
that's
way.
that would having an interesting chismecito too.
Of
yeah,
course, we are going straight to the trendings.
yes.
Anyway,
So sorry,
um,
sorry
that's
about that TikTok, but
sorry
yeah,
for those guys who are making money
money out of
out
TikTok.
out of
Yeah,
TikTok.
Yeah,
yeah,
so sorry
You're
about.
wasted.
s-
Anyway,
yeah.
So you heard it, friends. Go follow Masked Meeple. Go follow Dyson Amigos and Wanderer Meeple. And
always, always.
thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, my friends, for being here
Mm-hmm.
tonight. It's always a pleasure
Always a
to share the
pleasure.
screen with you.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, all, everyone. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Thank
everyone
you.
all the person who participate on
who
our question.
commented.
We
Yes,
promise
thank you
to will
for
keep the same dynamic for the upcoming week. So stay tuned.
yes.
We'll have a
Stay
lot of
tuned
fun and more content here.
and
See
drink
you next,
water.
Just stay hydrated.
if
Yes,
possible. Try to. Don't
try
make
to.
promises. Bye.
Alrighty. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.